This will be crusty.
How did you get your name?
Basically, I changed it to Spooky Warren over Halloween because I used to use Warren Elite, but that is very cringe. And then after Halloween, for a split-second joke, I changed it to Regular Warren, and that ended up sticking.
I think that's pretty cool. Like, Regular Warren does sound like a person you trust.
Most people's usernames oversell themselves. I'm not someone special. I'm just a regular person, you know.
Well, as you can see by my username, it's my name.
It don't get more genuine than that.
No, it doesn't. What is your favourite song that you made?
Ooh, that is a hard one. I think I'll have to go like per album, just because I can't just pick one.
Yeah, I agree with that.
On Outsource, I think it'll have to be Connect.
Well, yeah, it's my ringtone. So
I really enjoyed how that one turned out. On Ghostless, it'll have to be Fearless, just because I really loved how the main synth sound turned out. And then the Assembly Line soundtrack, which is pretty new, I think that'll have to be the Endgame combat music, because that was my first time using guitars, and it turned out really well.
What is your favourite song by anyone?
Oh my god.
What is your favourite song?
Hard.
What's your favourite song
hard.
currently? What's the song you're listening to, really?
That'll have to be Crooked by Dealer.
Breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
Lunch. Easy.
How did you get into making music?
That was the composer for the Dusk soundtrack, Andrew Holsholt. He was a big inspiration for me, wanting to pursue music as a career.
Yeah.
And after Dusk, which was a really good soundtrack, and that made me pay attention to the difference that music can make an atmosphere, I started appreciating it a lot more. And after that, he just springboarded in doing music for everything. He's doing music for Doom now, which is massive.
Yeah, that's definitely pretty massive, you know. What is your favourite genre to make music for?
Electro-industrial, easy. It just naturally flows to me, and I have no clue why. It's a fun genre to work in.
So let's say I want to get into making music. What would be the best way for me to go about that?
I don't know, it's really different for everyone, because everyone learns in different ways. I'd just say the way I learned it was just looking up videos online and trial and error.
Yeah.
Formal education never really works for me for anything, just because I know how I think better than anyone else, or I know best how to teach myself, and that usually tends to work the best for me. Yeah, and you know your limits as well. Sometimes education systems can push you a bit too hard and burn you out on things. Yeah, just listen to yourself mostly.
That's pretty good. Okay. What is your current project that you are working on?
Music-wise, or anything?
Could be anything.
I'm working on a 5-episode total conversion for Doom 2 called Astral Abstraction, which is going to have its own soundtrack. Every episode has its own theme. It was basically themes I wanted to work on, but I didn't really know how to work them into stuff, so I compiled them into one big project.
Okay.
So the first episode is set on a cliffside sort of area in the early morning. Episode 2 is industrial decay. Episode 3 is really high-tech stuff.
Yeah.
Episode 4 is destroyed urban environments, and then episode 5 is just a void.
Yeah, you sound like you've put a lot of work into this.
I have, yeah. And the music for that's going to be up on my Bandcamp when it's done as well. Every episode has its own musical theme to fit the visual theme.
Wow, it's a lot of work.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting it in people's hands. It's been fun to work on.
Yeah, how long would you say you've worked on this for?
I started it around New Year.
Oh, okay.
And
so
I've just finished episode 1. So
almost 3 months.
Yeah.
Wow.
Progress is pretty steady. I'm happy with how it's turning out.
Yeah, I bet you are. Tea or coffee?
Coffee, because it keeps me awake, which is hard to do.
Who have you looked up to the most in music?
Andrew Holsholt, as I said, because he just started out as somebody no one had heard of, and just through his music and through who he was, he just managed to get pretty much to the top at the moment. Just everyone goes to him at first, and it was just amazing to me at the time that someone could just live off of music alone, and just out of just live off your passion alone.
So would you say that he's someone that you want to become like?
I kind of want to try my own thing with it. I'm happy to work a job on the side to keep it alive, but I just enjoy making music. So if I can keep doing that for the rest of my life, I'll be happy, even if it doesn't give me any success.
Yeah, live your passion, live your interest. That's the best way for you to live your life. What's an interest you've got that most people don't know about?
Wow. I do quite enjoy level design, as I was sort of touched on earlier with Astral.
Okay, yeah.
It's a more recent thing, but I've been really enjoying it. It gives you a lot of creative freedom, but you don't really need to like make the rest of the game to make it work.
Yeah, I mean, I've never tried making like levels to a game or making a game anyway. Like, I mean, I've tried the basic Minecraft making a map, but it's never really turned out to much.
Yeah, it's something you have to kind of stick with a little bit, which isn't too hard once you've learned it. Like, the thing I told myself at first when I was first getting into it was, like, instead of just quitting without saving, just save and come back to it another time.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I do that with music sometimes. I just start it up just to get some ideas down and then just don't save it. So I just got in the habit of saving it instead, and I end up finishing a lot more.
Yeah, that's good advice. What's the longest you've gone without sleep?
I think just 24 hours. Yeah. It was on like a flight to New Zealand, and I just didn't sleep.
I like my sleep, so I think mine would probably have been about 20 hours. That's because when I done a charity stream.
Oh yeah, you did a good job on that.
Thank you. Yeah, I slept for a long time after that. I can guarantee you.
Just like 2 days.
Where do you want to be in the future?
What, like job-wise?
Job-wise, mentally, physically, anything really. Answer that in your own way.
I mean, mentally and physically, I want to be well. That's kind of a given.
Yeah.
But financially, I'm happy to. I want to live in a house instead of an apartment, just because living with other people kind of drives me a little bit crazy.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
I'm just happy to work like a part-time, maybe even full-time job that's just not too demanding, so I can work on music on the side. I'll be happy to do that my whole life.
Sounds amazing. And finally, I wish you the best of luck in the future. And where can people find you?
Yeah, thank you. At the moment, you can just look at my Bandcamp page, which I haven't fully rebranded yet, but it exists.
Okay then. Thank you, Regular Warren.
No problem.
Clap, 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 clap.
I told you it was crusty.